Liesl Obrecht's return to General Hospital has quietly become one of the most emotionally charged developments on the canvas, reminding viewers why she has always been one of the show's most unforgettable and unpredictable figures. After a long absence from Port Charles, the sharp-tongued, fiercely loyal, and deeply wounded doctor has stepped back into the story at a moment when emotions are already running high, and her presence is changing the tone of every scene she enters. From the very start, Liesl's reappearance didn't feel like a simple comeback. It felt personal. There was an immediate sense that she wasn't just returning to stir trouble or deliver one-liners, but to confront unfinished business that has been weighing on her for years. The character has always lived in the space between villain and victim, and recent episodes lean heavily into that complexity, allowing viewers to see both her hardened exterior and the grief she has never truly let go of. One of the most powerful elements of Liesl's recent storyline is the emotional aftermath of losing her daughter, Britt Westbourne. That loss reshaped Liesl in profound ways, and even now, the grief lingers beneath every word she speaks. Her scenes are layered with pain, regret, and unresolved love, making her interactions feel raw and authentic. Whether she's speaking with Nina or standing alone in quiet reflection, it's clear that Britt's absence still defines much of Liesl's emotional world. At the same time, Liesl hasn't lost her edge. She remains fiercely intelligent, brutally honest, and unafraid to say what others won't. In recent episodes, she has brought a sharp clarity to conversations that might otherwise drift into sentimentality. Liesl challenges people to face uncomfortable truths, and that quality has made her an essential presence during a period of intense emotional upheaval across Port Charles. She doesn't sugarcoat reality, but she also doesn't shy away from pain, her own or anyone else's. Her interactions with Nina Reeves have been particularly compelling. The complicated bond between them continues to evolve, shaped by shared loss, old wounds, and a reluctant understanding that they need each other more than they want to admit. Liesl often plays the role of reluctant confidant, offering guidance that is blunt but deeply rooted in love. These scenes highlight a softer side of Liesl, without stripping her of her trademark strength. Liesl's return also brings a sense of history back to the show. She represents a chapter of General Hospital that values long-term storytelling, emotional consequences, and character continuity. When she appears, it feels like the past and present are colliding, reminding viewers that nothing truly disappears in Port Charles. It waits, it festers, and eventually, it resurfaces. What makes Liesl's current arc especially compelling is how grounded it feels. There's no over-the-top melodrama for the sake of shock. Instead, the focus is on emotional truth. Grief that doesn't fade, love that doesn't die, and a woman who refuses to be defined solely by her losses. Liesl isn't asking for redemption, nor is she seeking forgiveness. She's simply existing in her pain and refusing to disappear, and that honesty resonates deeply with viewers. Fans have responded strongly to her return, praising the emotional weight she brings to the screen. Many have noted that her scenes feel richer, more mature, and more meaningful than much of the surrounding drama. Liesl doesn't need big twists or explosive confrontations to command attention. Her presence alone is enough. A single look, a pause, or a carefully chosen line can shift the entire emotional temperature of a scene. As General Hospital moves forward, Liesl Obrecht's role feels intentionally open-ended. There's no clear indication that her story is finished, nor does it feel like she's simply passing through. Her return suggests more emotional reckonings ahead, more unresolved connections to explore, and possibly new alliances that could reshape existing dynamics. In true soap fashion, the door remains wide open. Ultimately, Liesl Obrecht's recent run on General Hospital is a reminder of why legacy characters matter. She brings depth, memory, and emotional credibility to the canvas. She stands as proof that strength and vulnerability can coexist, and that some characters don't need to shout to be heard. Liesl doesn't just return to Port Charles, she reclaims her place in its emotional core. And as long as Liesl Obrecht is walking the halls of General Hospital, one thing is certain: the story is far from over.